Hello, one and all. It's my view of My Hero Academia, chapter 3482, The Extreme Quiet Before the Storm. And it seems like Hero Society has actually learned something here. Don't keep secrets. Seriously, don't keep secrets. Even if you have the best intentions, it will always come back to bite you in the butt. All Might kept his injury a secret because he didn't want people to panic and worry about a future without All Might, only for everyone to be completely blindsided when he suddenly announced his retirement. And in the same manner, he kept All For One a secret because he didn't want the world to know about this evil darkness hiding in the shadows. But that just meant that people weren't prepared for when the darkness sprang and suddenly started killing everybody. Hawks is a spy. He has a whole bunch of secrets, but one of the big ones was his past. He was actually the son of a villain. He hid that so that people, wouldn't look down on him, so they would trust him more. And as a result, when that secret was released, when that secret was revealed, it just made people doubt everything he ever said and made them very, very suspicious of the video that showed him murdering somebody by stabbing them in the back of the head. Which, that makes sense. Endeavor kept a whole bunch of secrets about his children, his wife, and as a result, when Dobby revealed all of that to the world, it just made all of Hero Society no longer trust the heroes, no longer believe in the heroes, and just led to so much chaos and anarchy and destruction. And here again, we are presented with a secret. Shigaraki will be operational. Shigaraki will be at full strength within 1 week. And, All For One spies, they're whispering, they're talking, all right, you know what? We're going to start spreading rumors. We're going to tell everyone about this. We're going to fan the flames of hatred until Deku is forced to leave. And Deku's response to this is to announce that Shigaraki is about to wake up and that he is going to leave. Which, certainly unexpected. Certainly unexpected. I mean, the look on the spy's face here is absolutely priceless. I love it. I freaking love it. Though we should probably talk about the spy for a second here. I mean, obviously there were going to be spies inside of UA. As much checking as they're doing, as much as they're, trying to make sure that there's no villains sneaking in, they can't do a full background check on every single person. And even if they do, All For One has been around for a very, very long time. He has a lot of spies, a lot of people in every part of society. So we could probably create a fully backstopped identity, an identity that no amount of scrutiny would reveal is actually fake. And his line here right at the end, though, it's definitely interesting. This way, our future is guaranteed. They're basically realizing, okay, there's no way on God's green earth that Deku, that all these people, that all these heroes have any chance at stopping Shigaraki, at stopping All For One. We've seen him. We know how truly terrifying that monster is. So we're going to bet everything we have on him. We're going to bet that he is going to win this fight. He's going to win this war. And when he takes over the world, he'll make sure that we aren't immediately murdered. Yay! But anyway, though, then we actually get to see the preparation for the war. And first off, we have Ida, whose outfit seems to have undergone some upgrades. Now the top of his helmet seems to slide off and then loosen from the mouth. I'm not really sure how that works, but I'm very excited to see that animated when we eventually reach this point. And then we see the actual preparation, and there is a lot to make of this. First off, we have Endeavor, who is just looking very, very defeated here. And a lot of people online are thinking, oh, it's because Endeavor knows he has to go fight Dobby, he has to go fight his own son. And I actually don't think that's the case right here. I think he's upset at this moment for an entirely different reason. Because he can't fight Dobby, because he can't fight his son. I mean, a big part of this plan, whatever the plan might be, is to separate Shigaraki and All For One. And actually holding back All For One is not an easy job, and they are running very, very low on manpower. I mean, it seems like Hawk's wings haven't grown back yet. Best Genius, kind of lost a lung, so he's not full fighting power. Endeavor is their last big hitter. Endeavor is going to have to be on the team that's holding back All For One, meaning the actual fight against Dobby is going to be left to Shoto and Class 1A. They're going to have to fight that villain by themselves. Endeavor won't be there to fight his son, which, I mean, heartbreaking, yes, but also feels appropriate. I mean, Endeavor versus Dobby, it'd be an interesting fight, but at the same time, I feel like Shoto versus Dobby would just be so much more emotional, so much more impactful. I mean, Shoto is also a victim of his father's abuse, a victim of his father's ambitions, but instead of becoming a violent sociopath, he decided to go down the path of becoming a hero. He chose to be a hero even after all the pain he suffered. We also get to see Kurogiri for the first time in a while, and it seems like they're trying to do something to him, trying to wake him up, and it looks like there might be Monoma next to him? Curious about that. I mean, it feels like Kurogiri might be a big part of their plan. If they want to separate All For One from Shigaraki, then having someone who can literally teleport vast distances in a single second would be very, very useful for that. Plus, I'm fairly certain that even Shigaraki would not murder Kurogiri right away. Even if Kurogiri betrayed him, I don't think Shigaraki would actually kill him, or at least not right away, because, I mean, Kurogiri was, as far as I can tell, literally built to protect Shigaraki. He's been with him for almost as long as Shigaraki's been with All For One, so basically for the entirety of his life that he can remember. I really doubt that even Shigaraki would be capable of just murdering someone that meant so much to him so easily. I mean, I do think that Shigaraki has actually threatened to murder Kurogiri a few times, but just couldn't because there was nothing solid for him to grab onto, but still, very curious about that. We also see Ayama in jail. He's definitely going to play some sort of role in this big battle. I'm just not really sure what that's going to be quite yet. I mean, it definitely seems like a plan is going to be for him to lie to All For One, but I'm just not exactly sure what that's going to entail. Curious. Very, very curious. And then we have all the tearful goodbyes, which honestly could have been a chapter in and of itself. I mean, we haven't actually even seen Deku talk to his mother since he got back to UA, ever since, he showed up as a broken, withered man, tired and hungry and just literally broken. That could have been an amazing scene right there. Plus, we also have, Eri and Kota, they're here on the same page for the first time, ever. Have these two, not spoken before? What's the deal with them? I so wanted to see them reunite with Deku, give him a hug. I mean, actually, we saw Kota reunite with Deku, but I wanted to see Eri reunite with Deku. I wanted to see, Eri, Kota, Deku all talking together. I think that would have been so adorable. Though I am somewhat hopeful we'll get something here. I mean, UA is definitely going to be attacked. I think that's obvious. And when it is, I would so love to see Kota step forward and protect Eri. Use his quirk to save her, just like Deku saved him. That would be adorable. That would be so absolutely freaking adorable. I'd love that. We have Shoji with a fox girl for some reason. Do these two have a relationship I'm forgetting about? Is that them foreshadowing a ship down the road? I'm not sure about that. Though I am definitely curious what their kids would look like. Bako gets, reamed out by his mother, which, of course he does. Of course he does. I mean, that's the way she shows love. That's the way she shows that she's worried about him. And Recovery Girl is not looking all too great right now. She is looking far more withered than ever before, so yeah, I think she might be on her last leg here. I think this last year has just seriously aged her. And of course, Shoto has his own goodbye with his mother, his brother, his sister. I'm actually really curious about them as well because, they said they would work with him to take down Dabi, to stop all of his evils and sins. So are they gonna, actually show up to the fight? I mean, seriously, their mother showing up in the middle of the fight and trying to stop Dabi, trying to stop her son would be, oh, that'd be amazing. Though I don't really think it would be all that effective because, I mean, it definitely seemed like Dabi was pretty angry at her in the flashback. She didn't protect him. I mean, she was basically sold to Endeavor by her parents, and as a result, he was born, so I really don't think that her appearing in the fight will go all that well for her. It'd still be interesting, though. It'd still definitely be interesting. Anyway, though, then we see the new makeshift fortress they built, Troy, which, oh, that sets off so many red flags. That sets off so many red flags. I mean, a lot of people are saying there's a reference to the Trojan War and the Trojan horse. I mean, some are arguing, oh, this whole fortress itself is actually a Trojan horse to lead Shigaraki into a trap, but others are saying they're going to let someone in and it's going to be a very, very big mistake. And top of the list right now is Pony. I mean, she is literally a horse, so they might let her into the fortress thinking she's on their side, only reveal that she is in fact a spy working for All For One. I mean, maybe? All For One does have agencies all across the world, and she is a foreign exchange student, so there is definitely at least the possibility that she is a spy. And of absolutely freaking course, we need to get some death flags. This might be the last place we ever lay our head. Seriously, dude, why would you even say that? Why would you even freaking say that? I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to some of the classmates dying in this battle. I mean, it's war. People die. And I think that would make, the future that comes after it more impactful if it was won through the sacrifices of some of their classmates, won through sacrifices of those who, wanted to fight for a better future. I think that'd be nice. In a very dark and twisted way. And then Deku finally gets a chance to talk to Uraraka after he's been back at UA for quite a while. And I should probably mention I'm seeing a lot of people online who are theorizing that this actually isn't Uraraka, but instead it's Toga who took her appearance and is pretending to be her. I mean, maybe, but that just seems very, very unlikely to me at this moment. I mean, this is a really important, impactful moment for these two, and for them to reveal, oh ha, it was actually just Toga in disguise, I think that would cheapen it. I definitely think that would cheapen it. But anyway, though, then Uraraka announced that she is weird, which is a weird choice of words here. I'm not really sure what the actual word in Japanese is here, but I think there must have been a better way to translate this. Though, then again, knowing Uraraka, she can, stumble over words a bit, so maybe she just couldn't get out the right word either. And just, oh my god, Deku's response to this is just so adorable, with him even commenting on her hair that is a perfect match for her. Oh, that is cute. That was really, really cute. And bordered on flirting right there. Though I do have to wonder if Deku, had all this written down in a notebook somewhere. Fun facts about Uraraka and just compliments about her hair, her personality, her nature. Fun facts about Bakugo. He's a good cook. Fun facts about Mineta. There are no fun facts. He's just a weird, creepy pervert. I could absolutely see Deku having that kind of journal for all his classmates. That would make a lot of sense. But anyway, though, then Uraraka explains that she feels bad because when she was talking to Toga, she realized that she didn't actually understand Toga. She didn't understand her worldview. She didn't understand what was natural and normal to a person like her. And as a result, she said something she shouldn't have. She said something that hurt Toga's feelings. And it might seem like a weird statement, given that Toga is, a mass-murdering serial killer, but I do think there is a possibility, however slim, that if Uraraka had reached out to Toga in that moment, she might have taken her hand. She might have, turned away from the path of villainry. I mean, maybe not become a full hero, but at the very least, left the League of Villains behind and decided to go on a new path, decided to form a new life somewhere out there in the world. And this isn't me saying, oh, the villains should be redeemed, the villains are actually good people deep down. Yeah, like I said before, Toga's killed a whole bunch of people. But the bigger problem right now, is that they live in a hero society that is creating villains. They are trying to create peace by telling everyone they should fit inside this one mold, and when you get outliers like Toga, they're, thrown to the wayside. They're tossed away, they're abandoned, and become villain scum because that's the only path left for them. They cannot be normal, so therefore they must be evil. And the future of this series, the future of this world, is hopefully one where things are done better, where people are treated better, where outliers are allowed to be more free, more themselves. But again, that doesn't mean they should be redeemed, doesn't mean they're going to live happy, peaceful lives after the war is over. They have done awful things, and they must either die or go to jail for it. And that's why Uraraka is forcing herself to look out on all this death and destruction they caused, to remind herself that, they cannot be forgiven. She can't forget what she knows. She can't forget that Toga was once, an innocent little girl, but at the same time, she can't forgive her. And I'm just so excited to see this fight play out. Uraraka versus Toga. I really am hoping that, during the fight, Uraraka asks her questions. Uraraka tries to figure out exactly how she fell down this path, exactly how she became a villain, and I think that's going to just be a really impactful, amazing moment. I'm so excited for it. And then we get Bakugo, Kirishima, Ida, and Shoto all hanging in his room to talk about Dabi. And I just love Ida, I too have an older brother. Dude, your older brother is one of the best heroes in the entire world. He's one of the best people in this entire freaking series. And if you think otherwise, go read Vigilantes. Go read the spinoff. He is kind. He is selfless. He is not arrogant at all. He repeatedly says he can only do what he can because of his team. He is like the ideal hero. And I'm still seriously ticked that Stain targeted him. That Stain took him out when there's so many worse heroes in the world. I mean, literally, every hero is worse than Ingenium. I mean, besides All Might, obviously. And then just Bakugo. Oh my freaking god, Bakugo. When Shoto says, I don't even know what Dabi's favorite food is, Bakugo comments in, it's probably piping hot udon, which, honestly, I can't tell if that was a joke based on Dabi's fire powers, or if Bakugo is just such a foodie that he can instantly analyze a person and figure out what their exact favorite meal is. I mean, I would not put that past him. I would absolutely not put that past him. He is a truly gifted chef. And then Shoto responds by saying that he'll need to sit down with his brother to share a bowl of udon together, which Yeah, I really don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I do have this kind of like post-serious fantasy in my mind that, they don't actually end up killing Dobby, but they take him alive and they take him to the new Tartarus, and then, his mom, his sister, his brothers, they visit him, every week to have a meal with him, a nice big family meal, even though it's in jail and he's screaming he's gonna murder every last one of them. I mean, that would be nice. That would be really, really nice, and I would like that, even though it'd be just so utterly twisted and demented. And then we see All For One with that creepy smile on his face and the remote in his hands. He declares that they are going to begin. They're going to start the attack. The war begins once again. Huzzah! Wait, no, that's a bad thing. That's a very, very bad thing. And terrifying thing. Oh my god, it's a terrifying thing. There's going to be so much death and destruction. I can't freaking wait for it. Wait, that was still a bad thing. Yes, it's a bad thing, but I'm excited for it because I'm a bad person. Maybe. I don't know. But please let me know down below. What the freak is going to happen next? Who is going to be the Trojan horse? Is it actually the whole fortress? Is it Ayama? Is it Pony? Who's going to fight who? Isn't Ever going to fight his own son? Or will he fight All For One? Because that's the only powerhouse they still have left. What do you think about the spies in UA? Are they going to do anything more? Are they up to anything evil right now? Are there going to be any more orders from All For One? What's going on with them? And do you think they're actually managed to wake up Korgiri, managed to use his quirk to separate All For One from Shigaraki? Please leave all this down below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And until then, peace!